I'd clearly been sending myself a message, I think, because my last Minecraft musings video was all about how life has become really busy and why do we kind of strive for that as a badge of honor. And ultimately, how maybe perhaps for me, a peaceful, calm existence is actually more a version of success. I do think there's an underlying kind of vein of self-reflection kind of currently happening in the videos I'm putting out, and I think it all caught up with me. And the video all around kind of why is life so busy and why do we want that rather than the reverse, perhaps was a warning shot or a kind of canary in the coal mine telling me that I needed to calm down. And I think listening to what your subconscious says, what your emotions are saying, what your feelings are presenting as, but also what they obviously feel deep beneath any sort of mask or guard that you have, well, that's really important to kind of listen to. And I don't think I was perhaps listening to myself for once. In recent years, I've gotten much better and much more connected to what drives me forward and what my emotions mean, rather than what I think they mean. But I had a period of pretty significant overwhelm the other day. I had my parents were supposed to be visiting my family and I had lots on at work, and I had lots planned on at work, and I've been doing a lot at work, and I've been packing kind of my free time with some other hobbies that I enjoy doing, and I've been eating well and sleeping well. And I imagine yourself perhaps may have experienced this as well, where everything's kind of pointing in the right direction. The lights on the dashboard are green, but there's something kind of deep in the engine that's kind of telling you something isn't right. And often with me, that presents as kind of an undescribable, kind of untangible or intangible even, anxiety, and it's deep in my stomach, and sometimes it happens when there's something happening around me. Call it perhaps a sense. Sometimes it's clear to me what's driving that kind of anxiety and that feeling, and sometimes I don't ever know what it is, and I know it will pass. And by waiting a couple of weeks, or just kind of being like, okay, listen to what this kind of is telling me, it kind of gets better and it kind of goes away. This time it didn't, and I actually had to kind of intervene in myself and cancel my plans, much to my sadness, and actually say, you know what, this weekend I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to go see anyone. I'm not going to do anything that kind of generates money for me. I'm going to take a weekend and I'm going to rest. And I'm not going to be a productive rest. I'm just actually going to kind of sit around, move around my house at kind of a pace that's suitable for me. I'm lucky I have a supportive wife who allows me to do that, and do obviously the things I need to do, like eat well and catch up on maybe some kind of housework that I've kind of noticed I'd been neglecting, and actually just sit in the moment and sleep better and get to the point where that overwhelm starts to gradually fade and things start to kind of come back within my control. I wonder if I'm alone in this. I am probably not. We live in a world where everything is connected. We're bombarded by stimulation like all the time. And it's very difficult to sometimes hear yourself and hear your natural rhythm kind of coming through. And I know there's plenty of techniques out there that allow you to do that, say meditation or journaling or therapy. But sometimes you don't even feel like doing that, but your body tells you a lot. And it was telling me, I think, that I was overwhelmed, and I'm glad I've listened to it and put in place some kind of hard breaks to stop that feeling, hopefully in its tracks, and to raise my mood, to find a better balance, and to do the things I love because I love them, not because I feel like I have to pack everything in for the free time I have. I am quite prone to that myself sometimes. I wonder if you are too. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. Maybe you're excellent at kind of managing your free time when you don't have obligations or responsibilities. But I always find like I have a ticking kind of clock in my brain, and I don't know why. I always have had it where I'm like, I must really feel like I've had a good weekend doing lots of things, for example. Sometimes, obviously, when you're unwell and physically unwell, you're forced to not do anything, and that recovery time is really valuable and different, and it forces you to slow down. But sometimes you don't want to make yourself obviously unwell, and you need to listen to what's going on. I do implore you to learn from other people and try and understand what works for you. Please do share if you've ever kind of had that experience I just described. I haven't in many months, if not weeks or years, had that, and I think it's important to talk about, because people don't talk about these things. Everyone's supposed to be kind of happy, smiley all the time, but sometimes we just get really overwhelmed and we don't know why, and that's to be human. And I appreciate all the other humans out there who come to my videos and share whether or not they share that experience. As always, I thank you, and I'll be back soon with another one.